We do have the closing bell sounding on this Monday, July 13th, 2009. Those equity averages pretty much closing at their best levels of the day. And we do have some headlines actually crossing.
Apparently, Steve Rattner will be returning to the private life.
Yep,
Looks like the auto czar will be stepping down here.
Right, been overseeing all of the turmoil, if you will, in the auto industry. But apparently Mr. Rattner looks like maybe his job is done, according to the U.S. Treasury, and he will be returning to private life. All right, let's talk about the markets.
All right, let's take a look at the indexes. Here you see the Dow closing up 2.25%, 183 points to 8310. The Nasdaq up more than 2% at 1793, and you saw there the S&P up 2.5%. At 900 and change. Let's go down to the New York Stock Exchange right now. Chris Validio is standing by. Chris?
Hey, Matt. Well, certainly financial stocks dominating the trade today. You know that. We've been talking about it all day. S&P 500 Financial Index and the KBW Banking Index, both up more than 5%, both also posting their biggest gains since May 18th. Now, it was a broad gain within the group, and we actually saw 72 of 70, or I should say 79 of 80 stocks on that S&P 500 Financial Index higher for the session. So certainly some big gains there. Of course, the buy call by Meredith Whitney just setting the tone for everything. And remember, all of this, again, ahead of that Goldman Sachs report that's going to come out tomorrow. Also wanted to give you some of the moves that we're seeing in context, and that is that financial stocks have fallen for 4 straight weeks. So gaining a little bit of that back. Secondly, the thing to remember when you think of context of today's session is that volume was very, very light. In fact, if you look at volume at all U.S. exchanges, including the New York Stock Exchange, it was below 8 billion shares that traded hands. The 3-month average, 10.4 billion, so you can get an idea of how light and how little participation there is in this marketplace.
You know, Chris, we were talking with Bobby Heller earlier about the financials, how most of them did well, but there was one in particular that did not do so well. We're talking about CIT Group.
There was. CIT, I mean, the issue here, bonds plunging for CIT Group, concerned that they're not going to be able to pay that debt. Of course, to recap, the lender trying to get FDIC to back its issuing of debt. It's not able to get that at this point. Moody's today downgraded the senior unsecured rating of CIT Group to B3 and also put that long-term rating on review for possible downgrade. So certainly an area that we're watching.